Hi guys, welcome to Tarot in the Dark. My name is Tori. So the ancestors have something to say. I'm just going to dig in. They were giving me messages prior to this reading in regards to seeds and planting seeds appropriately. For someone that may even be a part of this reading, I'm not sure, but for someone or someone's, there's an energy of things feeling out of order. Maybe in the past you've planted seeds that produced unhealthy roots, or you've planted seeds that have produced chaos, conflict, or trauma for you, right? Creating those experiences that you would rather not have created for yourselves. Well, there's something in the energy right now, and I'm recording this on July 8th. We do have a new moon in Cancer. That would make sense. We have a new moon in Cancer on the 14th of July, which will be next week. And new moons are all about new beginnings. But before you can step into the new beginnings, you have to release what isn't working. So that is, oh my gosh, guys, that makes so much sense. So this reading is going to be for those who have planted seeds in the past and reaped the negative benefits of, and I'm saying benefits, I'm going to tell you why. The negative benefits of planting seeds in the wrong soil, okay? With the wrong people, wrong situations, wrong careers. Your seeds that you're planting now are going to produce what you're asking for. But the ancestors are being very clear that there has to be an acceptance of the seeds that were planted in the past in order for you to recover and redeem moving forward. Okay, so this channel is all about, it's about honoring the past, healing the present, and transforming the future. So right now in the present, there are things that are being healed behind the scenes, right? The work that you've been doing has not gone unnoticed. That healing is taking form, is how they're showing it to me, and it's establishing something new. But you have to plant the appropriate seeds moving forward. And in order to go forward, I really believe this, which is why this is the slogan and the tagline, the mission, the purpose. The whole intention of this channel is to honor the past first. The reason why is because if you don't go backwards, it's going to be very hard to go forwards. And we go backwards so that we see the whole picture. It's like zooming out on something, right? The honoring of the past is going to allow you to see things from a different perspective. And I'm not trying to like pump the channel up, although I do believe in this channel, and I absolutely believe in my calling, my gifts, and my purpose here on the earth. But they're showing me that only to bring in the focus of the reading, which is as you honor the past and you heal the present. In order to heal the present, you must take action and move towards a specific thing. Now, it's interesting because they were showing me the forest. They kept showing me a forest before I started this reading. And I'm like, what does a forest have to do with what you want me to say? Well, as I was sitting, when they show me that they want me to do a reading, I try to just sit for a moment before I just jump right into it. And the reason why is I want the messages to come through with clarity. I want to know where I'm going. Like, not where I'm going, because I'm never going to know until we get to the end. I find out just like you do. But I want to know what you want me to focus on. Like, which deck do you want me to grab, etc. Anyways, there's a whole system for doing this. I'm not just jumping in there and like, sometimes I do. But anyways, I didn't do that today. So the whole thing is, and they're telling me that this that you're saying is all a part of the reading. You know, for someone you've felt like that energy that I just gave out of like, I don't know, I'm all over the place, blah, blah, blah. They're saying that in order to create an ecosystem within the forest that functions independently, you must establish rule and order. Wow, this is going to be powerful. So the seeds that they're showing me have to do with being able to assess which seeds you want to plant by looking at how they transform your future. Okay, so you're looking backwards at the past so that you can see what not to do, so that you can see what you've learned, you can gain the lessons. You're looking at the present in order to be able to assess what you want to establish in the now, with an understanding that it has the power to transform your future. And the forest it operates as an ecosystem. You know, underneath the forest, or on the forest floor, even underneath the forest floor, there's a ton happening down there. It's like a whole other planet of things and beings that work together cohesively to not only support one another, but also to continue to establish the beauty that we see when we step into the forest, including the temperature of the forest. You know, they're bringing that to my attention, which is very interesting, because I never thought about that, but it makes sense, because within the forest, on the forest floor, and within the landscape, or the origin of the forest, there is constant movement. You know, even the way that the trees hang and the trees cover and protect, they're creating the humidity, the energy of the weather, the atmosphere within the forest. And you'll notice, if you step into a forest, there's nothing that feels like it in any other parts of the world, right? You can't ever go into a home and think, oh, this feels like a forest. No matter how many humidifiers we have, no matter how much heat, no matter how much, wind or airflow we try to, emulate, it's like you can't replicate the forest and the feel of it, because there's something very distinguished and unique about it. And what it is that there's an entire world within a forest. The forest does not function outside of the world that it lives in. And so those seeds that your ancestors are asking you to assess before you plant them, meaning before you get into this next relationship, assess how this relationship is going to transform your future. Before you accept that job offer because you're going to get paid an extra $200 a day, assess how that affects your future. Before you put something in your mouth, assess how that's going to affect and transform your future. And they're calling us to greater. You know, it's so interesting too, because this new moon is in Cancer, and Cancer energy is all about the nurturing. And I really believe that the forest nurtures itself, which is why it's so harmonious. The plants in the forest are stunning, right? The animals, the bees, I don't know if there's bees, but the insects is what I was trying to say. It's like, it's the community of a bee that is within the forest. And it's hidden. It's something that no one else would necessarily know about or see unless you actually go there and examine. Some things have to be examined with a magnifying glass. And so that's literally what they're saying about these seeds that you're planting, is that these seeds may not be seen by anybody. They may not be recognized by anyone, but they're seeds that you're planting with the intention of transforming your future, and hopefully in a beneficial way. Wow. All right. So let's keep going, or let's go. I'm like, let's go and see if we can dig in. So this is a forest deck, which they had me grab this based on what they were advising me of prior to the reading. So my breath. Immediately they're bringing me to the lungs here. And the fact that the lungs, if you look closely, the lungs have an actual ecosystem within them in this card, right? But there's life that's being breathed into the lungs. And I'm a nurse during the day, so by default, naturally your lungs will deflate and inflate, based on whether you're inhaling or exhaling. And there's something about that movement, the pressure, something they're showing me about the pressure, the alveoli, and how they need to remain moist. They're showing me these things to indicate that in order for things to be sustainable within a forest, there has to be access to water, which water is life. Water is emotion. Okay. I like it. So they're signifying the fact that if your emotions have been dried out, sucked dry, because now they're showing me like a collapsed lung. If your emotions have been sucked dry, or if your lungs dry out, then the lung, if they're dried out, then your lungs will collapse. And with that, there's no life. You can't breathe, or you will have a hard time breathing, which I think that's the energy of where you are coming out of, where you've had a hard time breathing. Metaphorically, that's showing up as you've had a hard time with just kind of surviving life, not feeling like you've actually enjoyed it, okay? Like, you know, when you are working out, you're running, or if you have asthma, bronchitis, pneumonia, anything like that, a respiratory disease, any RSV, COVID, anything like that, have you noticed how it can affect your ability to breathe with ease? And that's what this is. Spirit and your ancestors are trying to get you out of a phase of challenged breathing. And they're trying to get you to a place of ease, breathing with ease, but it's requiring that that life be given to it, and that life being established in water and in breath, right? So it's like the life is the emotion, the water. And so they're asking that as you breathe, that you inhale more emotion and exhale more logic, is what I'm hearing. That's interesting. It's almost like they want you to breathe in more emotion. And when you're taking action, exhaling. When you're doing things outwardly, to use more logic. It's almost like a balancing out of the heart and the mind. You know, allowing your mind to trickle down into your heart space when you feel overwhelmed. But when you need more balance, allowing your heart to go up into your mind. You know, it's like creating that balance between the heart and the mind. And it's because there's been too much energy of difficulty breathing. Like you've had too hard of a time in life. Life has been too challenging for you. And it hasn't afforded you the opportunities to really be able to breathe easily. Like your weight that you've been carrying, the trials, the things that you've had to experience, the challenges have been very heavy for you. And so your ancestors want to lighten that load. And they're saying that the way out is through inhalation. That's interesting. When you inhale, you're receiving. When you inhale, you're receiving. So they're wanting you to receive more love, to align yourself to more love. They keep calling out the fact that her nose is red and her cheeks are red. And they're both like this weird tinted red. Her lip is red too, I think. My eyesight is terrible, but I think her lip is red there as well. And there's something about a rosy, like that's how they're showing this to me, is like a rosy. Oh, I heard allowing life to flow with ease, without resistance. You know, the rosy color, it's this rose quartz, right? This is all about love and opening yourself up to be able to receive love, give more love. And that's the energy of these rosy cheeks and rosy nose, the rosy nose and the rosy lip. They're giving me a ton of like clinical signs, which is very interesting. They usually, I mean, I see stuff, but not like this typically, but it's something about there's too much circulation. Oh, okay. So it's almost like they're showing that there's like an excessive amount of circulation to your like sinus area, which has been blocking you. Okay. So spiritually, a sinus would be your, for me, I would think a sinus would be like your third eye. Your ability to be able to is closely connected to that. Sinuses tend to drain when you're tapped in, when you're channeling, things like that. So I'm going to say your third eye, your psychic, your ability, your intuition, your ability to be able to just sit and trust and believe has been thrown off by not receiving in and taking in enough love. Now, this could be self-care, but this could also be allowing others to pour into you, because what they're showing me is that this person is like blowing out of her nose. You see that? And it's almost like you've been trying to release so much, but you haven't allowed anything in. And remember, in order for your forest to thrive, it must be given life, which is emotions, the water. Wow. Okay, I'm going to grab a few more cards and see if we can look at that. I was going to see if we can get a message, but this card just flew out. And this card is the challenges card. See, this is where I feel like you've been. I feel like you've been sitting in this energy. For someone, I'm picking up on not only money challenges, but challenges in regards to releasing outdated things. That could be people, jobs. Like maybe you just feel like your life is just kind of, they're showing me someone going through like a midlife crisis. Like, oh my gosh, why is everything, going crazy? Like, why is this shifting? Why is this not working out? Like, why does it seem like everything is against me? That's how this energy feels. But it's not that everything is against you. Everything is actually working out. It's aligning you to a more softer, peaceful, collaborative ecosystem. That's very interesting. This is aligning you. This card is an 11 card, and it keeps showing me 11. This is aligning you to, they're saying a station, to the station to where you can balance your ecosystem and assess what type of seeds need to be planted moving forward. So these challenges are actually, and I'm going to move this like this, these challenges are actually the things that you're learning to blow out, and they're offering you the opportunity to see where you need to breathe in. All right. That's interesting. This is all very interesting to me. An interesting reading. I'm curious to know if this is resonating with you. The bottom of the deck here is trust. Because see, this is unknown to you. You're not certain. You're unsure as to how things are actually working out because you don't see this light in the middle. It's because you're being hidden right now. It's almost like you're protected from more than you realize. But it's because your breakthrough is going to be so big that you have to be protected. Okay? Oh my God. Guys, I swear I can't make this up. This protection card is here clearly. This is crazy. You are absolutely protected, okay? I don't know why I was going to say pile number 2, but 2s may be significant for you. But you are absolutely protected. There's something about this that's building your strength. It's almost like you're building this ecosystem by assessing what old seeds needed to be done away with. And so that in this new ecosystem, it's almost like it's going to thrive instantaneously. That's how this feels because I'm seeing the tower. So there's something about this that feels like things are going to shift very quickly for you. But it's almost like you're at the tail end. You have to just endure a little longer because on the other side of this is breakthrough. And now they're showing this breath, this life, this water flowing in as abundance and overflow, where there's no more droughts. Your path is divinely protected. This also is showing up as taking a risk. Like they're showing me in that protection energy that this is going to require that you take a risk and trust. Wow. Confidence is here at the bottom of the deck, guys. But this is going to ask that you take a risk and trust the process with an understanding of knowing that you're on the right path. I think that for some of you, you feel like you're on the right path, like off path, like you're not going in the right direction. But what you're not realizing is that you're building this ecosystem. Again, going back to the seeds, like you're planting seeds that are going to sprout. And when they sprout, You have to be fully aware that you're to give yourself life. And that, what's showing up here too is that for some of you, you may face more challenges with this that you receive. Like maybe you're going to just receive an abundance of, I don't know, money or love or, prosperity, spiritual prosperity, your gifts, something like that. Whatever this is as these things expound within you, you're going to have challenges because outsiders are always going to be present, right? This is almost showing up as like a 5 of Wands energy, this challenge card. And it's like they're saying, don't allow the challenges of, because the forest is not affected by something dying off, right? If a leaf dies off of a tree, something in the forest is going to come and it's going to eat that leaf, and that leaf is going to be gone. It's going to just vanish, or it'll dissolve into the forest floor. The point is that the ecosystem does what it needs to do within itself. It functions independently. That's what they were saying earlier. Even to the point to where the atmosphere is not impacted by anything outside. And so they're saying for you, know that you're protected. As you receive more, you open yourself up to more, you give yourself more. There may be challenges along the way, but because you've been able to face those challenges and navigate through those challenges in the past, you will do the same thing here. Is this like a tigerfish? So there's something about ease with this that they're showing me, like going with the flow, allowing, something about embracing the highs and the lows, right? Not looking at the lows as if they're negative, and not looking at the highs as if they're something that's so grand. There's something about balancing out your energy, embracing every part of, like every season in the forest, there's beauty. But this is also, they're bringing me back to this. It's significant that you plant the right seeds. Because if you're not, the seeds have to be rooted in your ability to recognize how divinely protected you are, and that challenges come and go. Like the old saying, trouble don't last always. That's a part of this flow. Just a flowing with it, like allowing things to go up and come down. And they keep bringing me back to the forest. And I'm confident that the forest is not freaking out when the rain comes. And so that's what they're saying. They're like, guys, don't freak out when something changes. Don't freak out when you don't get what you're looking for. Don't freak out when that job tells you that they hired somebody else. Don't freak out when that girl says she's leaving you. Don't freak out when your child says, oh my God, I'm going off to go do this, this, and that. Don't freak out when the money doesn't come when you want it to. Don't freak out when you feel like your car is messing up and life is going against you. They're literally saying, trust that you're protected and that these challenges are beneficial to you. The one thing I want to call out in this challenges card that they keep showing me is look at how he's small and they're huge. However, I don't know if you can see this, but I always see this card as like all he has to do is say a word and they'll be gone. And they're bringing that up right now. Like these challenges may feel bigger than you, larger than life. But these things come so that we can establish a balanced energy within our breaths. These challenges are presenting themselves so that we can find ease in breathing. Something as simple as mundane as breathing. You do it effortlessly. You never take into consideration how you breathe. You're never like, oh, let me think about breathing, right? You may do breath work, you may stop and be attentive to your breathing then, but just throughout the day, you're not thinking, oh, I wonder how my breathing is doing right now. I don't think so. I've never heard of anybody doing that unless there's something intentional that they're doing with their breath. But they're saying that you're concerning yourself with things that are above you, which is where this protection comes in from. These challenges are above you. You just keep walking. You keep breathing life into yourself, into your situations. Keep speaking life, love, emotion, trust. Don't allow the clogged sinuses to prevent you from being able to see clearly how divinely protected you are. Instead, ease through this, flow through this, navigate through this as if you are the king of the fish tank. Don't allow these challenges to be bigger than they are, because all you have to do is say a word. All you have to do is ask for help. All you have to do is trust, and things absolutely are going to work out for you. The first card out is the Queen of Wands. Oh, I love this because this is all about confidence. It's all about confidence. Oh, I forgot that this trust card was here too, but see, they're bringing me back to this. See, this confidence of this Queen of Wands is indicating that you don't know. You're not seeing the protection around your blessings, around what's coming towards you. You're not seeing that. You're not seeing that. So they're saying to find ease. I love this Queen of Wands too because look, she's like playing a harp. I think that's a harp. And there's all kinds of animals around her. It's almost like this is a forest of its own. She's established a place of peace and harmony no matter what's going on around her. And this seems like a lot of distractive energy. This card is always very busy to me. That may be how you're feeling, like there's just a lot going on around me, everything all at once. This is a crap show. How can I overcome this? But it's like, no, you just find peace in your now and trust that these challenges are going to shift for you. Maybe breath work may be beneficial to you, you know, being able to just sit and pay attention to what you're allowing in. I also think that breath work is also indicating the fact that there's like an ask of you. Okay, how can I say this? There's an ask of you to sit and think about what you're allowing in. What are you allowing into your space? What are you allowing into your mind? What are you allowing into your heart? What are you allowing in? What are you allowing in? When you inhale, what are you allowing in? What's coming in? What's coming in? Are you allowing negative self-talk to come in and overshadow you? Or are you allowing yourself to be balanced? Are you allowing life to be seen? Are you able to look in the forest, which is you, and find beauty in all situations? Or are you burdened, this Ten of Wands energy, are you burdened by the weight that you're carrying? You know, they're telling me something that they had to teach me. Oftentimes when we decide that we want to sorry guys, I got distracted by the stuff going on outside, but oftentimes when we feel weighed down by challenges, when we feel like there's so much that we're carrying, it's hard to take a step back. And so I think they're showing with this my breath card that not only is it important for you to assess what's around you and try to find something to be grateful for in order to shift you out of that shadow into the light, and also, or in order to shift you out of this weight that you're carrying into a more confident energy to where you can kind of flow and ease into believing that things are working out for you. The weight card, this Ten of Wands, you'll notice that this, look at the depiction of this. This is so powerful. She's holding this entire community, this entire world up on her shoulders, on her back. And so I do think that they're saying a couple of things with this. It's indicating the fact that you probably are feeling a lot of tension in your body. I think you have a lot of stored energy, a lot of stored weight in your physical body. So this is probably showing up in your lower back, in your hips, in your shoulders. There's a lot of weight that you're carrying. You may be feeling like you're carrying multiple households. Like maybe you feel responsible for this person and this person within your family. Maybe you're a single mom or a single dad and you're responsible for taking care of your children all by yourself. Maybe you feel like you're going at life alone and that things are just piling up. Maybe bills just piling up and piling up. But your ancestors are saying that this is going to shift, but it's going to begin, and I'm telling you right now because this is very obvious that they're screaming this is going to begin in your mind. This challenge card is indicating that these little monsters here are not even real. It's like an 8 of Swords energy. This is not even real. The second you speak a word, that's why they showed the Tower here, but the second you speak a word, the second you shift your mindset, the second you find something beautiful around you and you perceive the world through a different lens, the moment you stop to take a second to just breathe in how far you've come, how much you've conquered, and how beautiful things are for you now versus where you were last year or 2 years ago, I think you're going to recognize that everything shifts in your favor with this Tower card. They're showing me this Tower card, but they're showing this attached to the Devil energy. And so for some of you, you've been operating from a space of self-doubt, believing that you are in this alone. That's also this Challenges card. You've been operating from a space of feeling like there's no one present. Like, you know, you're just out here just trying to figure it out all by yourself. But the Tower card is coming in to clarify for you that everything that seems to be falling apart for you is actually taking you to a place to be able to plant new seeds. You guys know, if you watch my channel, I use a lot of plant references, and they're showing me right now how they've taught me this, to pull the roots up, right? You need to pull the roots up. That's the Tower for you right now. They're saying that this Tower is here to pull up any roots that have been rotten, any roots that are dead, that have fallen off. They're no longer serving you, because guess what? In the forest, if there's a root that's rotted, or if there's a root that's died off, like I said, it's going to die. The leaves going to fall off. Someone's going to eat it. Something's going to eat it, or it's going to just diminish into the forest floor. But the forest doesn't resist. And oh, this is so powerful. The forest doesn't resist the highs and lows of life, because the forest recognizes that there's beauty all around. No matter what's going on, there's something to be grateful for, and that there's beauty within. Your breath is representing the peace that you can establish within yourself when you travel through the challenges of life with flow and ease, no longer resisting. And you can relax into this by trusting and knowing that you're protected. Another thing that they're bringing to my attention is something that they taught me when I was going through a lot of this, is that oftentimes, and this is connected typically to a father wound, I know for me it was, oftentimes we tend to take on more than we're supposed to. Meaning this right here, carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. As if we're God, as if we're spirit, as if we're the ancestors, and we're just capable of doing this. And that's not the way that it's been intended. We have spirit because spirit knows that we can't do this by ourselves. We have guides because they know that we need help. So all you have to do is ask, and help will be given. But you have to come to a conclusion within yourself that this weight is too heavy. And the Tower, in traditional tarot, typically depicts two individuals, one being thrown out and one jumping out. One being pushed, one being willing. And so what I'm picking up on in this energy is maybe a lack of willingness to jump out. And instead, if you don't jump, because your team loves you so much, they're going to push you. And that push is the greatest gift that could ever be offered, because oftentimes we're too scared. We're terrified because we've had too many giants to face in our lives to actually take a leap and risk not knowing what the outcome will be. But for you, when you do this, you're going to recognize that whether you get pushed out or whether you jump out, you're going to recognize that everything that you've been seeking is already accessible within you, the forest. I just think this is so powerful. I think this is so powerful. I'm going to pull a couple of cards, and I'm going to grab a different deck, because I am sensing that with this Tower that there's going to be a shift for you. And I really think you need some encouragement right now. Look, I was trying to grab this deck, and look what's here is the Devil. This Tower is releasing you from unhealthy attachments so that new seeds can be planted. And let's just see if they will give us some information on what's coming in for you when you release this. Wow. The Ace of Swords. Oh my God, I love that. That's clarity. It's truth. It's recognition and acknowledgement, okay? For someone here, you are really seeking to be recognized for the pain and the suffering that you've had to go through. And if you are, just know that your ancestors are recognizing you. They're acknowledging you. They're calling you out. And in fact, they're telling me that they're honoring you right now in this reading. They're saying that this level of protection has been placed upon you because you are honored, you are valued, you are seen, you are recognized. And so they're wanting you to release the need to be validated outside of your own internal validation, because you have a team over here. And they're showing me like a balcony, and then there's a bunch of ancestors up there and they're cheering you on. So your recognition, your rewards, your merit, your validation is going to come from within you, with a recognition that spirit and your ancestors are cheering you on. They're rooting for you. Again, they said they're honoring you. Wow, that is so powerful. And I got spirit chills. There's also a truth that's coming through for you that's going to afford you the opportunity to release the weight that you've been carrying. This burden, this 10 of Wands energy that you've been carrying, which has been attacking your confidence, it's been keeping you chained and kind of, what's the word? In captivity to it. It's almost like there's a lie that has been presented to you. Something from an inner child wound is what they're showing me. Some type of lie. It's a deceptive lie that was given to you as a child, and you've carried that weight with you this entire time, which is why they're asking you to pull those roots up and plant new seeds, because the new seeds are going to be seeds of confidence. The new seeds are going to be seeds that release any self-doubt. The new seeds are going to be seeds that allow you to flow with ease and with stability and with balance. That's coming through very heavily as well. I'm sorry, guys. They're yelling outside again. Oh my gosh. Talk about confidence. The King of Wands. Oh my gosh. So we have the Queen of Wands here and the King of Wands. For someone, and I was seeing the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups earlier. For someone here, this is a union that's coming through, okay? There's a connection that's going to shine some light on you being seen, because I think for some of you, you have been feeling maybe left out or lonely, isolated, abandoned, like you've been going at life all alone, and you've been desiring for that to change, but because you haven't been aware of the need to plant seeds that are healthy, right? It's like you can know, okay, I know I'm working on myself, blah, 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 not recognizing that your team is saying, hey, we need to know what you want. We need to know what you desire. This King of Wands is going to come in and be a support system to you so you don't feel so alone and isolated. I'm also seeing that this King of Wands is going to come in, and there's something about this tattoo that they're showing me. It's almost like they're going to leave an imprint on you that's going to be so powerful. It's going to support you in seeing your own lack of confidence, and in return build your confidence, okay? So it's almost like this person will come in and they have this way of communicating with you to help you see how powerful you really are. Wow. Like they're bringing the sun, guys. The Three of Swords. Yep, this person is helping you to heal. I'm telling you, this person coming in, you'll notice the Fools at the bottom of the deck too, but this person is going to come in and help you by assisting to release any outdated heartbreak, like any type of bounds that you have, restrictive energies around love, commitment cycles, feeling supported, and ease. I keep getting that ease and like a soft life. Wow, I love that Three of Swords. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just love that. The Six of Swords. Okay, guys, absolutely. Moving into calmer waters, you'll notice that we have seen in this other energy back here that there's been challenges. That's the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands, you know, the energy of the devil. You're moving away. You're instead moving to a more softer, peaceful experience. And again, it's 4:44 on the clock right now too, guys. Again, this Six of Swords energy is giving me the energy of being able to work with spirit in moving yourself out of the things that no longer Allow your future to be transformed in the way you desire it to be. Sorry, guys, I just realized you couldn't see that. I'm going to pull one more card. I want to call something out, though. You notice this Six of Wands here? Okay, so the Six of Wands, or Six of Swords. Why am I saying Six of Wands? I don't know. Maybe somebody's. This is gonna absolutely make you feel seen and recognized. That's what I'm picking up on with them saying. I'm saying the Six of Wands, but the Six of Wands, when this is really the Six of Swords, this is recognition in the fact that you're able to move forward. But what I was seeing in the Six of Swords before I messed that all up was the fact that, or maybe I didn't, but anyways, is that you see how she's still climbing a mountain, but it's easy for her. Right? She's like, I don't care. This is easy. I'm going to get my way out of this because of the confidence that you've built. And so there's something about this person and this situation, this truth, this clarity, this communication that comes through that eases your feelings in regards to going at this alone. See, again, they're bringing me back to the forest and how all things in the forest work together. They're a team. They unite everything. Ants, snails, I don't know what else is in the forest. Jaguars. So dramatic. Jaguars, whatever is in the forest, guys, it works together. And they're saying that this, for you, this connection, this person is going to collaborate with you. Now, for some of you, maybe this isn't a romantic relationship, but I think for others it is for sure. But this person is going to assist and support you by providing clarity in regards to what's been holding you back, and they're going to help support you because they're showing me this person, this King of Wands, as the person that's in the boat in the traditional Six of Swords card. But you're also going to gain so much confidence in your connection to this person, this situation, this experience. There's so much joy and light coming in and fulfillment that you're going to recognize that maybe you've been the reason why things have been so hard in the past. That maybe there's been some self-sabotaging energy in the past due to these, again, inner child wounds that have been keeping you stuck in. I'm also picking up in that Devil that some of you have been stuck in the energy of feeling like you're unworthy, undeserving of good things. So this person, you see the last card here is the Four of Swords. This person and this situation is going to transform you to where you're going to feel a ton of peace. I'm also seeing you, this is showing up as like an abundance. Being able to just stay present in the now and embrace and enjoy exactly where you're at. It's almost like there's freedom in this. You're no longer going to be tied down by these experiences. And I'm also seeing that it's a letting go and a release of things that have kept you in your shadow self. There's an ability to find peace and to really establish ease in this new. And it's because of these seeds that you're planting and choosing to plant right now. Wow, this is powerful. Whew, powerful, powerful, powerful. I noticed this too. So he has these tattoos here, and then now she has a tattoo. She has a tattoo here, and then she has these tattoos here. It's almost like the imprint. They were showing me the imprint of this person. The impact of this situation on your life is going to be so powerful because this is a shift. This is a shift. A new opportunity comes in and it just opens you to a whole new world. But it's based on you planting the appropriate seeds. Planting seeds to transform your future while you heal right now in the present. This Four of Swords is all about that. Peace, namaste, being present, accepting things as they come, no longer resisting. God, I cannot even articulate the transition in this reading. I hope you guys are seeing it. You went from this energy of feeling so challenged by your own inner demons, that's what the devil is, right? To now falling in alignment and navigating with ease and peace and harmony. Godly, my God. This is so powerful. Be open for miracles, okay? Because trust me, something major is coming. Let's just grab one of these ancestor cards and I'm going to close the reading out. This is the last one. I think I've been talking for 44 minutes. What the heck? My God. Sorry, y'all. Okay, let's just see. One last card. Turmoil is ending, and the turmoil is ending, guys. Oh my gosh. And look at the roots here. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? The turmoil is ending because there's a new foundation that's being laid. No longer swayed, I'm hearing, by like the waves of the wind. And it's because you've come into this self-respect. You're seeing and recognizing your strength, your power, and what is really, really, really... Guys, this is so powerful. My battery even died, and anyways, on my camera. So I love you guys. I hope this resonated. Feel free to drop a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And just know that this is ending for you. There's peace on the other side of this. Keep planting the seeds that are going to produce a transformative future for your good. Have the most amazing night. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Did I say that already? I don't know, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.